Hello again, this is Old Man PHP. I create PHP video tutorials for the old guys who want to learn a new skill. We compete with the young crowd. Now this is video number 94E. Let's talk about the Access Modifiers, which I took the liberty of adding this piece. Let me see. I need to find it. Where did I put it? Is it this one here? No, is it here? Oh, okay. I took the liberty of adding it because I just didn't want to type all that. Yeah, I just took the time. I said, I need to look at these things, and I took the liberty. I thought, hopefully I spelled it. Anyway, so what I want to do is, real quick, remember we already talked about public. Public, you can see anything, any properties, fields from anywhere. You can do it from a child class, and you can do it from outside the class. Remember the protected, that one you can, with the class itself and by all child classes that inherits it. Remember when we do the class and the name, and then you say extends, and then you want to extend it to the parent class. That's what you can see from there too. But you cannot do it from the outside of the class. Private, well, it's accessible only within that class. Only within. That's why you use $this, like this, meaning within. This or self, you've seen that before. So let's check out some few, well, at least an example. This video is only gonna be, it's only gonna be short. All right, so we're going to say, what should we say? On the last one, we said class, product, and I'm not gonna use the same, what is it? Product like this. Because I think I have product here, and this particular class, all these classes that I created within this one file is all within that one file. So you can't use see right here. You can't use it, for something else. You have to change the name. So right now we're gonna just say. Now, if this would have been separate files, then it would be okay. We're going to say 3. How about that? And then we're going to, maybe I should copy that stuff. What is it? Yeah, let's do this. Let's take that. That's 2. Okay, so I was using the same. Put it in here. Excuse me. I want to make that one public. I want to make this one private. I know you've seen this already, and I guess you can keep this. I just want to do 2 because the other one will be the same thing. I don't want to create another class and extend to this class, so that way I can show you the protector, because I've done that already. How about we create a public function? Let's do function, and same thing. We want to calculate. Calculate total. Remember, that's a method. It's a form, and I'm going to return. I'm going to keep it. So remember, I told you I can't really. Matter of fact, let's just do dollar. Just like that. I'm going to times that by, what is that? Dollar. That's not. How do you do that? This is good. I'm going to say the price. So I'm going to say 2. And then we're going to 100 like that. Let's put a little space here. How about if we add a couple of comments here? This is a public and private section. Let's say property/fields. Sorry. And I want to put here total like this. And I'm going to see if I can, how about if we can create an object. How about we do, let's say dollar, here's a book product. Let's say book 3 is when we're using that. New product number 3. Okay, number 3. Oops. Let's bring this down a little bit so I have to have it, right? And then what I would do is I want to add let's echo that one. First of all, we want to say echo. Let's see, dollar. Ooh. And since it's public, you should be able to see it. Let's say price like that. Maybe I should add. I will say price like this. I could do 2 of them. That should work, hopefully. Let's see, let's save it. Uh-oh, what a problem. Why isn't this being saved? Let me save this. Why? Alright guys, give me a sec. I gotta figure out why is this not saving. Why? I'll tell you what, let's close it up. Let's refresh. This is part of the cPanel in name. This is how you get to your file manager. Of course, this is where your thing is. Okay, so let's last modify. Here's the one. What? Yeah, that's the one. Here. Let's get down there. Maybe it saved that, I don't know. No, it did not. Alright, let's see what I'll save this time. Save. Yes, it did. I don't know what the heck. Anyway, so right now what we're going to do is we created an object from this class, right? We're going to see this is public, but I want to look at it. So if I do there you go, right here. See? Let's say if I wanted to look at totals. How about we just do this? Not a cup of coffee. I think that I do lunch. Kinds of stuff, and I make it thick and everything. But it's keto because I'm on keto. I think they way more doing this radiation stuff. I got sick for other things too. Anyway, but I'm a happy man because I like programming and I want to teach you guys. I still want to teach my friends. 2 or 3 other guys that are getting into it. One of them already has a job. That's fantastic. Alright, so let's see. Let's save it. Boom. Now remember I told you that I'm having a problem not showing errors. So maybe I can kind because let me see. Oh, because of this, of course. Now, if I'm changing this into public, oh, total. And why is it not showing up? That's kind of. Why is it not showing my totals? It's supposed to be 100. See why, guys? Do you see why I'm told God? This is strange thing. It's public. I should be able to see it. This is what I'm talking about. Having problems. Well, you see what I'm talking about, right? This is public price 200. This is public total equals 100. I'm supposed to see it too. 100. I'm supposed to see 100. I'm not seeing what the problem is. Let me see if I put this above. Definitely a problem with my total. Why? Why is there a problem with total? That's the strangest thing. Hey, look at it. Check this out. Look at this. It's the same thing. Okay, I call it total. I'm spending. Alright, let's do right here. Let's put it over here. Now we're going to add. Oh, I know why. Oh boy. It's book 3. Book. Which is weird. Why would it give me 200? Check it out. That is that's a strange. Oh, it's not working. Book. Oh, dude, the spelling is wrong. Three. There you go. There you go. 100. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I'm off the. I am kind of off the radar. I have to start reviews. I'm upset about it. Anyway, there we go. See, you can get into this, and it's just a simple thing. How about if we did a? Okay, let's turn it back to private. And you always saw that we have one. Right. Well, let's try it again. See, you didn't get nothing because for some reason just doesn't work. Let's put this together. No, let's keep it there. It's the prices, it's what I want. And you can't get to it. You cannot get to this private. Now this is a public, which I also want to check out. I want to run, and then I'm going to change a few things so I can show you. Let's do this real quick. I'm going to say calc. How about that? We'll just do that. Then we're going to, let's take this whole thing here. And we're going to put that over here. See if that works. Of course not. It won't work at all. And if you save it, boom, there you go. Nothing works. Nothing works. So, for private, of course, it won't work, right? Because it's private. I'm going to put this aside. Like that. Let's see if we can show it. There you go. 0. It gave me 0. Total is 0. Why? you're looking at this, you say, well, this is price, this is total. In a regular situation, because it is in scope, because it's sitting within the class, and then you think in your mind, oh, I know why. You have to write this. Oops. I think it's going to be a hot day. Let's see. Oh, there you go. See it? You need to write this because you are within a class. From here to here. So you need to write this. And that's kind of basically, what do we do? How about I want to read that private? How about if we do this? Let's say we go here. And we say okay, let's see. Let's do PRIVIA function, and I want to say read, of course, this, right? And how about we say I want to return, maybe I should add some more. I want to return this. Some comments here. This is a public method that can call private. This is method. Let me see. This is this is a private method and can only, let's say, be called hopefully it will. This class, and then over here I should say, what should I say? This is returns. I'm going to say returns calculations of both properties. I don't do nothing because I'm not using it. Okay, so how about if we do this? I want to see, this is private, and I want to do the read. So then I go take this out. Hopefully I don't get you so confused. But we could do, how about we do, let's see, let's take this one, right? Let's put it over here. Let's call this one read private. And then we're going to use the word read. Right here. Stick this guy right in there. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's take this space out. And then we're going to say Dukes. See, error. You couldn't do it. Wait a minute. Do we have a calculation from before? Yes, we did. 2000. See, it can't read. It cannot read a private. It can read public. You use the public. It can't do. Because this is being. You could only, like I told you, anything that's private, regardless is that is properties, fields, or whatever you want to call it, or functional method, right? The stick with method, and that's what a function is. You can't do it. It has to be within the class. So in other words, if I create it, see, as you can see, you don't get nothing because basically, let's do this up a bit. You get nothing because somehow I'm having a problem, but trust me, it's an error. So what you do is you say, okay, so if I can't use that, why don't we create a public one? So when you think into your head, oh, why are you creating a public one? Why don't we turn it on? I'm just trying to prove that you can use it as long as you do we're creating this function as a setter or getter. I think since we're not really the getter, we're getting it. This is something that we'll show you in a bit. This is called getter the setters. But right now I could have just said, I could have just wrote down, how about we do this? Just for proof, as a private get. How about that? We'll just do that. And then what I will do is I just return some space there. Something I'll use it for dollar this. And we're gonna say read. You get what I'm getting at, right? How about we put in here this is a I should practice that. Can call private. Believe it or not, when you're going into doing this type of like development, creating one, you don't care if you do it. If you're doing like support, something like that, then they will probably want you to be really fast. In a way, they want you to be fast because you want to be typing real fast. But hey, man, come on. Let's see. Read. Oops. Wait. Let me see. See, I'm hooking you up with all these little things just now. You can see. So how about we try? So we're gonna say. What is it? We're going to take this, right? We're going to put here. We're going to go like this. 1, 2, 3. Just to get it out the way. And we're going to use, instead of that, we're going to use priv get. You see where I'm getting at? Right here. Oops, daisy. Remember that? And that should read. Maybe I put a star so you know what I'm at. Like this. Okay. And if we do that, we should be able to see this, which happens to be this one. There you go. Dot read private 100. Remember, 100 is private. So remember, when you have a private function or properties or fields, only within this class can you read it. That's why you create another public and this becomes a getter. Like also when you want to put something in a private field or property, you will need a setter. Something similar to that, call it priv set. And then you set something for you, and then when you go read it, it'll read that. And that's what this is. But basically, that's what this is. it's not bad, right? I mean, it's a total, it's great stuff. Like for instance, what did we do the last time? What did we do the last time? The last time we did, let's do something here. Okay, let's say we do, oh man. Let me get a sip of this thing here. Hold up. Oh man, this is good. This is good. It's got all kinds of other stuff. Alright, we're going to make this one a static. Bunch. I'm going to say create ID. I'm going to do 2 because we're already using that. And let's jump down. Some space like that. And then here I want to return. Remember before we had a return random numbers, and you want like random number from 0. Let's say we do, let's say 500 like that. That's what we say. Again, nothing is calling me yet, right? Fantastic stuff. So how do you call this guy? Do we say, get, how do we do this? We could say echo, and then we could say, so we put a whole bunch of numbers. Let's do the test first. Let's see if we can get it to it. So that would be $, and then you go and you put this guy. Where is it? Maybe we should put. What should we do? $signs like this, like that. I'm going to put a space just in case. That's it. And we should get some kind of error. Oh, maybe it'll work. Let's see. Boom, boom. $20. That's pretty cool though, right? Really cool. And this is the next one, right? Random 0, 0, 0, Contrail. Something is giving me out. How about we do big numbers so we can see it? What should we do? What was 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3? I don't know. That should be a big number, right? Wow. That's crazy. If we did private, we will have to call it again. Remember, we did private, you call something else again, and I'll do it for you. If you return, like, let's say, what was the name that I did that I was talking about? How about we do function? You know something? Let's see if we could do the. Let's see what this. See, that's crazy because that works. But if we make it, we could say, how about we take this one out and say, what am I going to say? Oh, how do we do this? Let's give it a shot here. If it won't work. Oops. Whoa. did give it to me. Because it's a static, of course. Of course, of course. Of course, of course. This would be an object, and now the object. You want to look at statics? The statics, you can do this. How about if we make this status? Like maybe we could do it's public anyway. We could just keep it. Oh, there you go, man. Nice way. Wanted to do something different, but it seemed to work this way nicely. If I wanted to, what if we wanted to call right here something like, let's say like a function, and then we say. Say call stat, something like that. Call stat, and then I wanted to say I'm going to return, and I'm going to say public. Sorry, so sorry. Product 3, there you go. And then you go like this, and then you want to call it. What's the name? Create. Let me just write this down. Oh, sorry. Okay, we're almost finished here. Now, let's see this one. So we go like this. Sing the song that makes you cry. Alright, let's see. We do this, we go. Okay, that's part. Now, what we're doing here is we're turning from. By the way, you notice I don't have anything written here because the default is public, so I'll just put it anyway to keep beautiful. And right now we're going to 3. See 3? That means it's going to go in here, and I wanted you to give me. Where is it? This status thing. So then what you do is how you call it. Well, you call it the same way. You go echo. I'm going to say Studio. Now we do that. And then we say Suzanne. Maybe we could do too, which is very interesting. If we call this guy, let's see, the same way. How about we do this? I'm trying to tell the different ways of calling it. And then if I went like this. And then if I wanted to take the, like this function, like I wanted to take it out of there, like for instance, if I went like this, let's take it out of here. And I don't know, where should we put it? I'm going to put it here, just for the time being. Then we're going to put it here, and we're going to take this public, this only works only within classes, and we can move this over to the front, right there. Now in this situation, since it's in the outside, this is not inside class. It's not a method, it's a function outside. But if I wanted to call this guy, this is how you do it. It's like every which way. Alright. Every which way. There's a movie. Let me see. I should change this. How do we do like that? sing. Oh, sorry. You don't need that. Sorry. If you're doing this, you don't really need this. Because we're not calling it within that class. It's outside the currently space here. Outside the class, we're just calling this guy, which this guy is going to call this, what is it, class, and then it's going to give me, where is it? I have it here. Oh yeah, function. The static function. The way you get static function, well, you already know the two double columns like this. And now, there you go. Dollar, and some random function. Well, random because that's basically well, this is it. Isn't it pretty cool? You could do certain things, you could do this, you could work harder, but it's pretty simple, man. You know, when you do the classes and then you do that, I mean, it's so simple. All this stuff here is like, you know, with the extend and the vehicle and the abstract, I mean, it's pretty simple because all you have to do is worry about the convention, you know, the rules of how a class works and how you inherit stuff and polymorphism and overriding, all that stuff is all, it's just a matter of you putting things together. All you really have to do is really learn how to, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have to already learn all that PHP stuff from the other videos. All that stuff, you can put it right inside here. I just do this, return that. It's as easy. Normally I do these object-oriented programming for my database stuff. I also use it do it the regular way too, so it's not like I'm, you know, always, but I like to really connect to the database that is within object-oriented way. The paradigm, you know what I mean? I just like it that way. And you can use it too for other things. You can make this into simple things or maybe harder things. And it's up to you. It's just fun. It's just a fun way of doing things. And you can see it. You say, well, yeah, but how am I going to write my program? We just write, no, I mean, this stuff, I'm just doing this. But normally, this stuff could be calculated even within the PHP stuff in another section of your program. And then within here, of course, you can add all kinds of stuff. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's just, you just have to know that this is who you call, this is that, this is how you do the static, you know, variables, which is fields, properties. This is, I mean, I do really love it, but I like it the other way too. I mean, that's kind of my favorite way, because you could do so much different things, and if you do it the way I would, I think I've been cheating you, including functions from other files, and then within that file, you know, organizing things, and you can, you know, put a lot of comments and some things that are all crazy, and then you can follow it, and people can follow it too. But if you do it object-oriented way, it's easier to follow. Another program comes, so I see what you're doing, blah blah blah, that kind of thing. So on the next video, right, we're going to talk about the construct and the deconstruct. It's also going to be short. It's going to be, I guess I could say video 4. I don't know, 94F. This one happens to be 94E, so it'll be 94F on the other one. But we'll talk about that. It'll be short too, because there's only a few things. You already know why we use it, the automatic stuff. And then the set and we'll talk about the setters and the getters. We'll do that too in the coming videos. And I guess it's called the magic functions. We'll break it down a little bit more, and I'll have it set up nicely like this, and that way you can, you know, keep up with it and take pieces of it, use it the way you want to. Anyway, we reach at the bottom, we finish. Right now, for a little bit, I was going to make it shorter, but hey, the way it is, right? Let's cut this up right. like I told you, once we finish doing the whole thing, I guess maybe 2 more, 3 more, we talk about the, what is it, the magic functions, the ones with the 2 underscores in front of it. When we talk about those things, and we'll finish with them. I'm gonna do it the next, maybe I'll do it on the next video. On the next video, I'll do that. That's what I'll do. That way you could have it. No, you know something? We'll do the construct and the destruct real quick. That's also magic. And then in the following video, I'll do one more one, which is all the set again, all the elements that goes in there. I'll do that. Anyway, give me a like, subscribe to my channel. This will help me out. Maybe YouTube say, hey, yeah, man, it's done a lot, and I got a whole bunch of subscribers. That will help me out too, to see live. Anyway, thank you very much. Good night.